Hey, what's going on, guys? Is that gray here? In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make the DLC Red Hood jacket, which you see. Now, this is not leather, it's like some polyester material. I got it for like $5 a yard at Walmart. Silver was like $3. I don't know why. It's the same material, it's a different color. Yeah, I think I have about $7 invested in the jacket, but it did take me a day to make, maybe a few hours. And then the hoodie, which I bought for like $14, and this t-shirt was, I don't remember. I printed it, I bootlegged it, sorry. Anyways, yeah, check it out. So cool. Okay, we're gonna start off with this red hoodie that I picked up at Walmart for $14. It's gonna act as the inner lining because we're not going to do all that stuff. It's just basically gonna be the outer shell. We're gonna leave all that fancy smancy stuff for the pros because we are kind of pro. I decided to use this gray jacket because it would provide me with a better template maker. I'm gonna use this thumbtack to press right through where the seams connect. This is gonna give me some dots so I can play connect dot on this project that we're working on because we like playing games. Now that I have my templates all drawn out, I'm gonna take my rotary cutter and cut right through it. That was the sleeve, in case you hadn't figured that part out yet. And now we're working on the front part of the pattern, using my thumbtack to put some dots where the seams for the sleeve are going to meet and the center of the jacket. I'm going to draw it all out and cut it out. Once I do that, I'm going to trace it and make the pattern for the back of the jacket, which is almost the same except for the collar and the red hood symbol and the white center piece and the back top piece. That's the only difference. I cut the two top pieces and I taped it together. This is going to be the white part of the jacket and also the back center piece of the jacket. That's also white. Cutting that out, and also the elbow pads and the piece that goes right over the biceps. I say white, but I really meant silver, like dark white, like almost gray. I fold the material in half and I'm going to trace it out and cut it. This is going to be my full sleeve. I actually layered two materials on top of each other and folded it. That way I'm cutting out both sleeves at the same time. And I'm cutting out both the front pieces at the same time. It helps when you have a rotary cutter. It makes things a whole lot quicker. And then you're going to do the same for the back piece because these are symmetrical. You're going to want your patterns to mirror each other and not be identical. Cutting out the elbow pads and the bicep pads and the top part of the jacket, which I don't know what it's called, so I'm going to call it the top part of the jacket. This is how your sleeve should look like before you sew everything together. I've already sewed and folded the edges in, and I'm using the spray adhesive to hold it down while I run it through the sewing machine. You're going to want to take all the small pieces and sew them together, and then when you're done, you're going to take all the larger pieces and put those together because it's really tough working with this small sewing machine. Now we're going to stitch the back piece together. I've already ran it through the sewing machine first time, how it looks like, and I went through and sewed it all down. This will give it a really nice seam. Now the lower back piece is done. We are going to move on to doing the upper neck shoulder piece. I glued it down to this 1/4 inch thick foam. It's got some material on the side. I think it is like headliner material, maybe. Now that I have it all cut out, I want to make sure that it still lines up with the lower back piece, and it does. So I'm going to draw some lines, and they're going to be 1 1/4 inch apart from each other, and then I'm going to sew them down. I'm going to take this rag and wipe off this crayon I just drew on there, which I should have done on the other side. Before I go and stitch all the big pieces together, I went ahead and sewed on the collar, which is basically one long strip of whatever. I'm using some pins to hold things together. This will make it easier for when I sew the larger pieces together. So far, so good. Then you sew the sleeves on the sides, and then you take one straight shot from the wrist to the armpit down to the waist. Once you do all that, flip it inside out or flip it outside in. Test fit it, make sure everything fits nice and smooth. I am taking my rotary cutter and I'm cutting off all the uneven edges at the bottom and then hem it up. I'm going to use this red felt material. This is going to be my red hood emblem on the back of the jacket. Use some spray adhesive to stick it to the jacket to hold it in place so you can sew it all down. And if I was smart, I would have done this before I sewed the whole jacket together, but now I have to struggle. All good and gravy because I fought through it and I conquered, kinda. But yeah, if you plan on doing this yourself, make sure you sew on the emblem before you sew the jacket together. And if you want, you can sew the jacket right onto the hoodie, so it'd be one piece. The templates are available on my Facebook, so make sure you swing by and give me a likes. Let me see, get this in focus. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope y'all learned something. This mask is still a work in progress. It's one of those little cheap little masks you can see right through it. But yeah, I'll put out a video for this eventually. Today's shout outs. I love these shout outs. Today's shout out goes to Sean Maslanka from Hawaii. Yeah, and he's been working on his Batman outfit. He's been sending me some really cool pictures, so yeah, wanted to give him a shout out. And also want to give a shout out to Kenneth T. Fujigami. He's from Vegas, Nevada. Is it Nevada, Vegas? Well, anyways, yeah, he's been sending me some really cool pictures too. Anyways, follow me on Instagram, like me on Facebook, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You know, tag me on y'all's pictures and post it on my wall or put it right here on my face. Just in and around my face. Ew, don't do that. Anyways, yeah, man. Who's awesome? Mm-hmm.